What if the life you're living now is not your first, nor will it be your last? What if the actions of your past lives are influencing your present circumstances? Mull over these questions for a moment. They're not just plot lines from a science fiction novel or a blockbuster movie. These are philosophical inquiries that have intrigued thinkers for millennia. The enigma of existence is an intricate puzzle that we, as humans, have been trying to decipher since the dawn of consciousness. We often find ourselves pondering upon our own existence, questioning the nature of life and reality. Is life a singular, standalone experience? Or could it be a part of a much larger, grander cycle that extends beyond our current comprehension? Imagine a reality where our existence doesn't begin with birth or end with death. A reality where the consequences of our actions ripple through time, influencing not only our present but also our future lives. This isn't a fantasy, but a philosophical concept that has been woven into the fabric of many cultures and religions around the world. As we journey through this discussion, you'll be introduced to the concepts of karma and reincarnation. Karma, the law of cause and effect, and reincarnation, the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. These concepts, while ancient, hold profound implications for our understanding of life and existence. To understand these possibilities, we first need to unpack the philosophical concepts of karma and reincarnation. Karma, a concept that originated from ancient India, is often misunderstood. It is not about punishment or reward, but rather cause and effect. In the grand tapestry of existence, karma is the thread that weaves our actions into the fabric of our future. This isn't a mystical or supernatural phenomenon, it's simply about action and reaction, decision and consequence. Imagine throwing a pebble into a still pond. The moment the pebble breaks the surface, ripples begin to form, spreading outwards from the point of impact. In the same way, each of our actions, no matter how small, creates ripples in the universe. These ripples can be positive or negative, depending on the nature of the action that created them. But it's not just about the immediate effects of our actions. Karma is also about how these ripples can come back to us in the future. If you've ever heard the phrase, "what goes around comes around," then you've got a basic understanding of karma. Yet it's important to remember that karma is not about retribution or revenge. It's not a cosmic scorekeeper tallying up your good deeds and bad deeds. Instead, it's a natural law, much like gravity, just as an apple doesn't fall from a tree as a punishment or reward. But simply because of the law of gravity, the consequences of our actions aren't punishments or rewards, they're simply effects. Karma is also not confined to this lifetime. Its effects can span across lifetimes, influencing our future existences. This belief is a cornerstone of many Eastern philosophies and religions, including Hinduism and Buddhism. In essence, karma is about responsibility. It's about understanding that our actions have consequences, and that we have the power to shape our own destiny through the choices we make. It's about realizing that we are not mere puppets in the hands of fate, but active participants in the creation of our own reality. Karma, therefore, is the law of moral causation, the idea that our actions have consequences. It's a reminder that every action we take, every decision we make is significant, that we are, in fact, the architects of our own future. Reincarnation, on the other hand, is the belief in the rebirth of the soul in a new body after death. This philosophy of the soul's perpetual journey is a concept that has intrigued minds for centuries and has its roots deeply embedded in various cultures and religions. The concept of reincarnation isn't exclusive to a single belief system. It's a central tenet in religions like Hinduism and Buddhism, and has also found place in many indigenous tribal societies across the globe. While these religions may differ in their interpretation of life, death, and the afterlife, the underpinning idea of reincarnation remains consistent. The soul, once departed from a body, begins a new life in a different physical form. But what drives this cycle of birth, death, and rebirth? That's where the concept of karma comes into play. It's believed that the actions, intents, and behaviors of an individual in their current life dictate the circumstances of their next. In essence, our karma shapes our future existence. The philosophical perspective of reincarnation goes beyond religious doctrines. It's a testament to the idea of continuity, suggesting that our consciousness and personal identity persist beyond the physical demise. It presents a view of life as an ongoing journey of the soul, evolving and learning with each new incarnation. Some perceive reincarnation as a form of cosmic justice, a chance for the soul to rectify past mistakes and progress towards enlightenment. Others view it as a cycle of suffering, a continuous loop of worldly attachments and desires that one must strive to break free from. Regardless of the varied interpretations, the concept of reincarnation encourages introspection and ethical living. It nudges us to consider the ramifications of our actions, not just in this life, but in the lives to come. Reincarnation, then, is the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth influenced by the karma we accumulate. It's a philosophical journey of the soul, a journey that transcends the boundaries of physical existence and ventures into the realms of the eternal and infinite. Now, how do these two concepts intertwine? How does karma influence our reincarnation? Let's dive into the profound interplay between karma and reincarnation, two key pillars of philosophies that have been pondered upon, questioned, and revered for centuries. Karma, as we've established, is the law of moral causation, holding us accountable for our actions, with every deed etching an imprint on the cosmic ledger of our existence. Reincarnation, on the other hand, is the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, an unending carousel ride of existence. So, how does the dance between karma and reincarnation unfold? Picture it as a cosmic cause and effect relationship. The actions from our past lives, the karma we've accumulated, don't just evaporate into the ether when we pass. Instead, they ripple through time, influencing our present life circumstances and shaping our future reincarnations. Imagine you're a character in a novel, and each life you live is a new chapter. The choices you make, the actions you take, form the narrative of the next chapter. Karma, then, is the author, writing your story based on the plot twists and turns you've created. This interplay provides an explanation for the disparities we observe in the world. Why are some born into hardship while others bask in prosperity? Why do some face trials while others enjoy ease? The philosophy of karma and reincarnation suggests that these variations are not random or unjust, but the result of our own past actions echoing into our present and future lives. It's a fascinating concept, isn't it? It suggests that we're not just passive observers in the grand theatre of existence, but active participants, weaving the tapestry of our own destinies with the threads of our actions. Thus, karma and reincarnation offer an explanation for the inequalities and variations we see in life. And it compels us to tread thoughtfully, knowing that each step we take is a seed sown for a future harvest in the fertile field of existence. Scene script. Understanding karma and reincarnation. What does this mean for us and how we live our lives? Let's delve into that. The belief in karma and reincarnation has profound implications for how we approach life and existence. It suggests that our actions, words, and thoughts don't just affect us in the moment, but ripple through time, potentially shaping our future lives. This concept brings a sense of continuity and responsibility to our existence, encouraging us to live ethically and morally. Consider this: if we believe that our actions in this life can influence our circumstances in the next, would we not be more mindful of our deeds? The belief in karma promotes a life of sincerity and integrity. It dissuades us from causing harm to others, as we understand that any negative action could return to us in another life. In essence, it encourages us to tread lightly, act kindly, and live justly. But it's not just about avoiding negative karma. The philosophy of karma and reincarnation also inspires us to actively seek out good deeds and positive contributions. It motivates us to strive for wisdom, understanding, and enlightenment, as these pursuits can lead to better circumstances in future lives. In this way, the belief in reincarnation can serve as a powerful catalyst for personal growth and self-improvement. Moreover, the concept of karma and reincarnation fosters a profound sense of compassion. If we accept the possibility that we've lived multiple lives in various circumstances, it becomes easier to empathize with others. We recognize that we might have once been in their shoes, or could be in a future life. This realization can soften our hearts, urging us to treat others with kindness and sympathy. Furthermore, the belief in reincarnation can provide comfort in the face of life's uncertainties and hardships. It offers a sense of hope and continuity, suggesting that our journey doesn't end with this life but continues into the next. It reassures us that our struggles and efforts are not in vain but are part of a larger cosmic journey. In essence, karma and reincarnation remind us that our actions matter, not just in this life, but potentially in future lives as well. So, what kind of life will you choose to live, knowing that your actions today could echo into eternity?